In the first video, we talked about what female-driven psychological abuse is, how it begins, and how it slowly destroys men from the inside. Today, we will talk about why this type of abuse has become so widespread, why men notice it too late, and most importantly, how this cycle can be broken. Because many men still believe things like, if I'm a little more patient, it will get better. If I'm more understanding, she will change. If I'm good, she will be good too. But the truth is this, the problem in these relationships is not a lack of patience. The problem is incorrectly learned relationship models. The most dangerous part of female psychological abuse is that it is often confused with love. These women do not shout, hit, or openly threaten. Instead, they hide behind phrases like, I only want what's best for you, I care about you, I'm afraid of losing you. But behind the scenes, what is happening is control, pressure, and the slow erasure of a man's identity. Many men tell me, but she's not a bad person. And yes, that is exactly where the problem begins. From the outside, these women often appear devoted, caring, strong, even victimized. But behind closed doors, the reality is completely different. The man is constantly forced to defend himself, constantly explain, constantly apologize, and it is never enough. Now we come to a critical question. Why is female abuse harder to recognize than male abuse? Because male abuse is usually behavioral, while female abuse is psychological. Men shout, threaten, or use physical force. Women plant doubt, create guilt, generate fear, and distort a man's perception of reality. This is where gaslighting begins. The woman makes the man feel, the problem isn't me, it's you. When the man tries to explain what he is experiencing, she responds with, you're exaggerating, you're too sensitive, you're being dramatic again. Over time, the man begins to doubt even his own feelings. At this stage, the man stays in the relationship, but he is no longer himself. He gives up his hobbies, cuts ties with his friends, creates distance from his family. Not because the woman directly forbids these things, but because every action now comes with a cost. Silence, emotional coldness, indifference, withdrawal of sex, distance through the children. Eventually, the man's mind forms this equation. If I do this, I'm punished. If I don't do it, there is peace. This is learned helplessness. Now let's look at the type of men most commonly affected by this abuse. Hardworking, responsible, empathetic, conscientious men. In other words, good men. These men avoid conflict, want harmony, and don't want to hurt anyone. Women sense this immediately and slowly push boundaries, step by step. Many men ask me, do these women do this consciously? The answer is clear. Most of the time, no. But that does not mean they are innocent. This is a learned behavioral pattern. They repeat what they saw in childhood, how their mothers treated their fathers, and the always right woman role society taught them. Now, I want to tell you a very important truth. Female abuse often peaks when a man's value-producing capacity declines. Retirement, job loss, illness, aging. During these periods, the woman often becomes harsher, more controlling, and more ruthless. Because the relationship no longer provides her with the same sense of security. And this is when the man realizes something devastating. Years of effort, sacrifice, and loyalty are suddenly erased. This realization is deeply shocking. So, is there a way out? Yes, there is. But it is not easy. The first step is awareness. If these behaviors exist in your life, they are alarms. You constantly explain yourself. You constantly apologize. You hesitate to express your own needs. You think, how will she react, before you speak? You feel lonely, yet you cannot leave. If this is your reality, there is abuse. The second step is boundaries. But boundaries are not set through words, they are set through behavior. These women do not respond to explanations, they respond to consequences. Saying, don't do this does not work. What works is, when this happens, I withdraw. And then actually withdrawing. The third step is letting go of guilt. This is extremely difficult because men are raised with guilt from childhood. But remember this, a woman's unhappiness is not your responsibility. Two adults are each responsible for their own emotions. The fourth step is getting support, but from the right place, not from environments that blame you more or automatically say the woman is right, but from professionals who understand boundaries and see reality objectively. And perhaps the hardest step of all, sometimes the goal is not to save the relationship, it is to save yourself. Because some relationships do not heal, they only continue. And the longer they continue, the more they destroy you. Let me be absolutely clear. Masculinity is not aggression. Masculinity is boundaries. Masculinity is self-respect. Masculinity is being able to say, I am here, and this will not be done to me. Many men watching this video recognize themselves. I know that. If that man is you, you are not alone. This is not your fault, but it is your responsibility. In part 3, we will talk about how these women behave during separation, how they use children, how they attempt to portray the man as guilty, and how a man can remain strong during this process. So this video does not end here. If this video helped you realize something, then it has fulfilled its purpose. Follow the channel, like, comment, and share, because sometimes one man waking up depends on another man seeing this video. Take care of yourself. Do not forget your value. See you in the next video. We appreciate you. Goodbye.